Hello, everyone. My name is Juliette Bryant. You're here with me on Transformative Health, and we're talking about the importance of relaxing. I've just had to employ a few of these techniques myself right now because I recorded an amazing show. Went to check it, the sound quality, and there was nothing there sound wise. So, take two, and I've used some of these amazing tools. So, the importance of relaxing. The reason I wanted to do a show on this was because I got thinking about this and I read something and it said, the more I relax, the more I receive. Life doesn't respond to my efforts, it responds to my frequency. And I thought this was so apt. You know, so often we are programmed the other way. Busy, 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 do, go, go, go. And we struggle. But actually, what we need to do is go in, take that time to be still, to relax, to drop into the flow state, and then you can get so much more done. You can achieve so much more, and the universe is behind you because you're in line with where you should be. And relaxing is a key component to this. If we're constantly in a stressed state, then it's very hard for us to achieve flow. So then it's hard for us to achieve our best. So we want to do this. We want to achieve our best. We want to be in flow state. We want to be relaxed, but active and productive. That for me is key. So we're going to talk about how we can do this. Lots of different ways. One of the important things is we need to look at, obviously, what is causing stress in our life, because the more we can relax those stressors, or reduce those stressors, the more we can drop into relaxation. So this is another important aspect of relaxing, is looking at what can you do to have a more relaxed general life. And then it's about bringing in tools to help you. I'd love to hear from you. What helps you to feel relaxed? Loads of things out there that help us feel relaxed supposedly, but we're all different, we're all individuals. So it's very important to look at what actually works for you, what makes you feel relaxed. And these can change as well. It's like with the thing about what brings you joy. Well, this can change too. So we need to constantly be looking, trying new things, seeing what's going to bring us into that flow state, what's going to help us to drop out of everything and feel relaxed and calm. So the first thing we're going to talk about to help us feel relaxed and calm is nature. Now, for those of you who have been listening to my show over the last few years, you know nature is one of my favorite things. But nature works in many, many different ways to help us to feel calm and relaxed. So first of all, you could be gardening. Gardening is a very relaxing hobby. When you're gardening, your hands are in the soil. That connection with the earth, that actual visceral connection, can help you to feel very calm because you're dropping out of your stress. The earth is very soft and sensory and really allowing you to feel that calmness and peace around you. Also, you're being busy, you're moving your body, but in a very gentle way. So gardening can be an incredible thing. You know, for me, part of the thrill of gardening is the harvesting. It's looking at the flowers, looking at the plants, how well they're growing, what they're doing. It's the watering of them, that connection to the water element as well. So you've got all of these beautiful aspects of nature when you garden that can be so enriching and relaxing. It's also the eating of the stuff that you grow. You know, this is a very, very amazing thing because we'll get onto this in a minute, but nutritional deficiencies can take us out of relaxation. So a really important aspect that we will look at shortly. So we've got gardening, we've got in nature, you know, connecting in with the colors of nature. So let's say you're in a forest walking, you're doing what's known as forest bathing. And it's been shown that as the sunlight hits the leaves, the colours coming through those leaves, that green, is very calming and relaxing and soothing for your body. So this is a great thing to add in there. You've also got, when you're looking at nature, and the kind of color aspect, you've got the color of the flowers. All different colors have an amazing ability, a color therapy, to help us to feel calm and relaxed. So really beautiful to take us out of that stress space and into a relaxed space. When we're looking at nature, you've also got the effect of when you put your feet on the ground, the earthing, the grounding effect that you can have there. And what happens when you're barefoot on the earth or grounding is that your body expels the electromagnetic frequencies, the tension that's built up in it. It dispels that into the earth. The earth takes all of that, so helping you to feel relaxed instantly from that. But also, it's like plugging yourself back in, you're recharging your battery. Now, when something is running low on juice, it gets stressed out. We need to be running in full flow, full juice, full charge to not be in that stress state, to be able to drop into that flow space. So this is really important. How do you recharge your batteries? Well, grounding on the earth, barefoot on the earth, has been shown to increase our electromagnetic frequency and recharge our battery. So really, really important one. When we're in nature, if we're in a forest or by the sea or by a waterfall, all of these places have a lot of negative ions. Now, negative ions are actually calming and relaxing. Positive ions are emitted from computers and things like that, electromagnetic frequencies, electronic devices, and they make you feel stressed and angry. So we want to be in the negative ion environments of nature to feel calm and relaxed. So this is another way that nature is helping us with that. So there's been many studies shown that nature is very, very beneficial for our mental health. So it helps to reduce depression, anxiety, stress hormones, the cortisol in our body, and increase those endorphins and the feeling of bliss within us, which is what we all want ultimately. So this is part of the importance of relaxing, is allowing ourselves to connect into that flow state, to be aligned, to be relaxed, to be at the best we can be. If we're locked and tense, we're not going to be the best we can be. So that relaxing, that dropping into ourselves is so important. Now, when we look at nature, we have to also look at the opposite of that, because a lot of us are not in our natural environment. So we're around computers, we're around electricity, we're around Wi-Fi, concrete, strip lighting. All of these things take us out of relaxation. So making sure that you do things like turn your Wi-Fi off at night if you can, put your phone on airplane mode, get out of this state of stress, of attack on your body. When you're under those strip lights, what they do is they flicker at a rate that is faster than our eyes move, faster than we can process light. So automatically it's putting us into a stress space, which is not what we want. So it's really, really important that we remove ourselves as much as we can from these kind of environments. Now, of course, sometimes we might have to be in them, and that's okay. We do what we can to negate it. That's the key that we're talking about here. So when we're looking at nature, nature also gives us many other tools that we can work with when it comes to helping us to feel calm and relaxed. The other day I made a smudge stick, which is a bundle of basically leaves and flowers wrapped up into a stick that you leave to dry, and then you burn it and you use the smoke of it to cleanse yourself and your environment. And this is an amazing thing to help you to feel more relaxed, because if you've got a lot of stale energy around you, then this is going to make you feel more stressed. So having that cleansed space is really important. Just making these was very relaxing in itself. We went out and gathered on one of my Wild Women retreats. We gathered the herbs from the garden, and then we sat and we made them, putting in the intention of helping us to feel calm and relaxed and clearing any negative energy away. So the making process, that creative process, was a really beautiful thing. The connection to nature was really beautiful. So it had this more than one layer of helping us to feel calm and relaxed. It was also the communal effort of doing it together that was very calming and relaxing. The smell that was exuded from the plants, the essential oils coming off them, were calming and relaxing. So nature also provides us with essential oils. Now, certain plants are very, very good for helping us to feel more relaxed. So plants like lavender, very, very soothing to our being, chamomile, yarrow, vanilla, all of these have been shown to, they're known as nervines. So they support the body to relax. They relax the nervous system. So amazing things to have around you so you can tap into their benefits. Now you can have the plants growing and you can make tea with them, or you can collect them and have them dried around your house. You can use the essential oils to have baths, to use what you can do, which is very simple, is get a spray bottle, put water in, and maybe a little bit of alcohol to preserve it, depends how quickly you're going to use it, put the essential oil in of the plant that you want, and then you can use it to spray around your field so that you feel it dropping on you, that light mist. But more importantly, you smell the fragrance. That fragrance will help you to then feel calm and relaxed. And we're talking about actual essential oils. We're not talking about synthetic fragrances of these things because they're toxic. So really, really beautiful. Rose is another lovely one to help you to feel very calm and relaxed and scented. So essential oils, amazing. As I said, diffuse, teas, baths, sprays, all amazing ways to work with the essential oils of plants. Having plants like blue lotus. Blue lotus is a beautiful one to help you to feel calm and relaxed. Chamomile, passion flower, mugwort, lavender, as we've already talked about. All of these are very soothing and calming, helping you to feel relaxed. Nature provides us medicinal mushrooms, and as most of you know who've listened to my show before, I'm a huge fan of medicinal mushrooms. In fact, I'm drinking some medicinal mushrooms now in the form of my CBD hot chocolate. All the things in that are designed to help you to feel calm and relaxed. So cacao chocolate in its raw state is very high in something called anandamide, which is a bliss chemical, which helps you to feel, can you guess it? Relaxed, exactly. We've also got something called mucuna in there. Now, mucuna is a South American fruit, and mucuna is the highest source of L-dopa. L-dopa is the precursor to dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter that we make in our bodies. Now, this again helps us to feel calm and relaxed. So great thing to have. In the CBD hot chocolate, we've also got CBD. The cannabis plant is incredible. In its original form, when it's very low THC and the THC is balanced with the CBD, this is amazing for helping us to feel calm and relaxed. But what's happened today is that it's grown more for the psychoactive properties to get you kind of really stoned. So the THC is very out of proportion to the other cannabinoids, which is why there are problems with this plant now. It's not the plant, it's what man has done to the plant, as is so often the case. But when you're looking at cannabis, a lot of the cannabinoids are designed to help you to feel relaxed and calm and support your endocannabinoid system. I did a whole show on the endocannabinoid system, so do type in Juliette Bryant endocannabinoid system kind of sound, or you can find it on YouTube as well. There's an hour-and-a-half talk I did on the endocannabinoid system and how this supports us to feel calm and relaxed, but also supports us in so many other ways. So do check out that show because it's very, very interesting to go into that more. So in my CBD hot chocolate, there's nothing illegal. It's totally safe. You have CBD, but you also have other cannabinoids, but there's no cannabinoids in there to make you feel stoned or anything illegal. So that's a really nice thing if you want to feel calm and relaxed. I had to go and get that after my first recording didn't work. So cheers. And it's got medicinal mushrooms, which I started to talk about. So medicinal mushrooms are designed, they're known as adaptogens. So they help your body to adapt to stress. Really, really amazing to have because we all have stress all the time. We all have change. So if we're working with these adaptogens, it's going to help us to deal with that change much more effectively than us trying to muddle along. And they're also feeding the adrenals. So they're supporting our adrenals, which are two glands that sit on top of your kidneys that produce adrenaline and cortisol. Cortisol being the stress hormone that we want to reduce. So it's really important to support our adrenals with good things like the mushrooms. Shilajit is another great one to reduce that stress in your body, but help you to feel up and alert in a non-adrenal fueled way, a non-caffeine fueled way. So when we're looking at feeling calm and relaxed, when we're looking at the importance of relaxing, doing something like art is amazing. Now, art, there are certain things like art, music, dancing, all of these things that can be very relaxing for the body, but they can also be quite stressful, depending on how your intention to go into it. So if you decide, for example, that you want to create some art to help you just be in the flow and in the moment and have no specific end goal requirement, then this is amazing because it's when we have an end goal, when we're like, I have to do this and I have to make it look like this, then this takes us out of the flow because we're trying to control. And quite often we'll get quite stressed and anxious when it's not necessarily going right. So when we allow ourselves just to maybe paint for the sake of it, just to be in that creative space or doodle, there's no set end goal, we're just doing it for the enjoyment, for the journey, then this is a beautiful thing. Sometimes going for a drive can be really relaxing. If you're just out for a drive, it's not the end result. I've got to get here by this time. So this is the same with life, isn't it? Sometimes we just have to be in the flow, to go slow. And then it can be relaxing when we're like, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to be here, blah, 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 blah. That's not relaxing. Now we need to have that, but we also need to have the other. So it comes down to balance so often with things. But art can have this beautiful effect of really allowing us to drop into ourselves. For me, when I create with no end goal in mind, I love it. Such a beautiful process. And I'm looking as I speak at some of the art I've created, which some of it is amazing, but I didn't set out to make it. It was just a process. It was the journey, but the end result is amazing too. Singing has been shown to, if you sing for 15 minutes, it can change the brain waves. So it can help take you out of depression, out of anxiety, out of stress, into a really calm, relaxed flow space. So this is a really beautiful thing to do. Again, if you're singing to try and achieve something, then that could be quite stressful, but that singing just to be in that space is beautiful. And when you look at things like the Indian mantras, the mantra, the formation of the sound, the movement, placement of the tongue and the lips is a science, and it's been studied so that the different sounds create different resonances and frequencies within the body, allowing things to flow better, allowing energy to blocks to be released within our meridian system. So this is a really amazing thing to help you, looking at these different ancient chants, mantras that have been used in ancient Egypt, in India, in lots of different countries that have this healing property. And music in itself can be very healing. I got a drum for my birthday that Giles bought me. And what I find is when I play the drum, it can put me into a very relaxed space, because the drum beat can just put you into a trance almost. So you're coming out of your mind and into yourself, into your body, into the moment more, into the present, into that feeling space. And that is there's a lot less stress there. But if you're playing the instrument, whatever instrument, for a performance, it can be quite stressful. So again, it's how your intention is with anything that is the important part of things. So music, very interestingly, and Juliette Bryant, do check out his shows. He's done lots of different shows on 432 and the different frequencies of music. But when we look at music, there are different frequencies that again create different states within our being when we listen to them. And I've been doing a lot of work around sound frequencies within my consultations more recently. And different sound frequencies can be very, very healing for the body. So standard music most of the time is in 440, which is actually a bit discordant. So it's making us feel more stressed even though we don't know it. Whereas if you put music into 432 tuning, this is a very harmonizing effect. You have all these different 528, 735, these different frequencies of music, which all have different effects on the being to help you feel more love, more open-hearted. So beautiful things to look into. So music can be super relaxing and healing. Just listening to nice music can be a really amazing thing to help you to feel relaxed. For me, dancing is another one of those things that helps me to feel great. When I dance, when I move my body, I'm releasing that cortisol, I'm releasing that stress, and I'm allowing my body to just release and drop into itself. I'm allowing everything just to come into the moment, and allowing the music to really move my body, and the music to really inform me. And that is such a powerful way to relax, for me anyway. Other people might find that so stressful, and that's why it's so important to go on this journey yourself. What makes you feel relaxed? How do you work best? What ticks your box to go, oh yeah, I feel good? One of the things that helps me to feel relaxed is when my kids are all playing nicely. We went away for a few days with all of the children. It was beautiful with my 3 boys, my husband, and it was really lovely to be away. And as we were away, there was one moment when the kids were all playing really nicely. My oldest was showing them how to skim stones in the water. I was in the sea, we're all in the sea. And I looked over and I felt so happy and so relaxed in that moment. The water was doing its thing. I love being by the sea. You know, that is so relaxing for me, being by the ocean and being in the ocean. The negative ions of the ocean, the cold water therapy cleansing me, you know, all of these things are just super amazing for me specifically. I love it. And for a lot of people, cold water therapy is another very big way to relax. But, you know, that joy was so beautiful. Such a lovely thing to feel. So, you know, when we're doing things that make us feel joyful, that can help us to feel relaxed as well. So when we're talking about how can we feel relaxed, exercise can be great for people. Going for a nice long walk, going for a run, as I said, dancing or swimming. All of these things can release endorphins and help you to feel calm and relaxed. One of the things is, again, they're taking us out of these artificial environments so often and putting us back into nature, which is our natural state. And our natural state should most of the time be calm and relaxed. Sometimes we need to be alert and ready to run or to do whatever we need to do. But we don't want to stay in that state all the time. And that's what's so important to be aware of. So when we're thinking about the things that help us to feel calm and relaxed, maybe it's our Epsom salt bath with our essential oils in it and candles around it. Beautiful thing. Maybe it's that we've cleansed our house and that helps us to feel relaxed. For some people, cleaning is relaxing. I know that when the house is clean, I feel more relaxed. The cleaning itself is not relaxing, but the end process, the end result is. So, you know, sometimes we have to go through the hardship of the stress to get to the space where we can go. One of the things I touched on earlier was we have to also look at what is causing us stress to take us out of that relaxed state. And one of the things that is really important in that is nutritional deficiencies. This is a huge thing that makes us feel stressed and takes us out of that natural state of relaxation. Recently, someone called Elizabeth Williams started taking All You Need. All You Need is our amazing superfood mix, and All You Need has magnesium in. Magnesium is another thing which Epsom salts are magnesium that you can put in your bath. Magnesium deficiency causes stress in our body, but magnesium helps you to feel calm and relaxed. So she started taking the All You Need, and within a week a lot of her pain had hugely reduced. And what she sent to me in a message the other day was, I didn't realize that I had such chronic nutritional deficiencies, and they have probably been what's causing most of my problems. And so by having the All You Need, which was covering all her bases of B12, vitamin D, magnesium, super greens, medicinal mushrooms, plant protein, fat, digestive enzymes, her body was reducing inflammation. She was coming out of that stress state and she was filling up her nutritional deficiency so that wasn't causing such stress in her system. So important that we look at this, so growing your own food is going to help to combat that. Eating some forage food is going to help combat that. Making sure you're eating a wide array of fruits and vegetables. All these things are amazing to help us combat that, but getting really good super micronutrients into your diet through something like the All You Need is a really important thing. So when we're looking at reducing the stress, we also want to look at if you're putting a lot of inflammatory causing foods into your body, a lot of heavy things, that's going to cause stress and take you out of that relaxed state. So this is another important thing to look at. If you're dehydrated, it's going to take you out of relaxation. So drinking clean water, another really important one. So you can see that we can start to add these things in. We mentioned electromagnetic frequencies earlier. This is going to cause stress to your body. So if you can have things like orgone devices around or some shungite, these things are very good at helping negate these negative stresses to the body to put us back into that space where we can be in flow with ourselves. Walking is such a beautiful thing. Walking out in nature is such an amazing thing. For some people, running is a really good way to relax and reduce that stress in the body. Now, some exercises obviously cause a bit of stress. You're putting more adrenaline into your body, but you're also releasing those endorphins. So it's having a positive effect on the body. And then when you can relax afterwards, obviously we've got meditation and we've got breath work, hugely important. Yoga, Tai Chi, all of these things are amazing ways to help you to relax and feel calm. Really beautiful, and move your body at the same time, which is so important. And if you're sat at a desk all day, it's going to cause stress to your body. So the combat to that is to move your body, to release all that pent up energy, to discharge the electromagnetic frequencies you've picked up, to fill your nutrients up, to be out in nature. They say for every hour you spend on a computer, you should have an hour in nature. I don't think many of us are doing that. So as much as we can, watch the sunset, watch the sunrise, even more beautiful, how can you connect into those ways to help yourself relax? And then bringing in the foods into your body, as we mentioned, the chamomile, the lavender, making teas with these things, passion flower, mugwort. Having that toolkit ready is so important, because when you're in a stressed state, it's very hard to then relax if you don't have the tools. So I've got my spray on my desk, so I can spray my essential oils in a mist around my body. I've got a candle on my desk. I've got my smudge stick. Another thing that's very good to help you feel calm and relax are crystals. So maybe you've got a crystal bracelet you could wear, or maybe you've got a crystal you can hold. Different crystals. So this is a prinite, very good for helping you to feel calm. Blue lace agate, beautiful. Amethyst, another one to help you feel calm. So these are all things we can start to bring into our toolkit, so that we've got things at hand to help us when we need help, when we need to relax. And we all need to relax on a regular basis. So going back to that quote that I mentioned in the beginning, the more I relax, the more I receive. Life doesn't respond to my efforts, it responds to my frequency. So how can we realign our frequency into that state of connection, into that state of flow, into that state of relaxed being, so we can be the best versions of ourselves that we want to be? Ultimately, that's what this is about, isn't it? We want to be the best we can. And, for me as a woman, as I've got older, one of the things that I've noticed is I need to relax more as my hormones are changing, because otherwise I'm just a moody person. So as my hormones are shifting, the importance of relaxing is becoming more and more key for me. So going to the gym, having a swim, going in the steam room, the sauna, these things are all tools that I've got in my toolkit. Listening to nice music as I drive, dancing a bit, drumming, singing, using essential oils, working with nature. All of these are my tools to help me relax, to help me connect more with myself. And I'm not perfect. I'm working on this. This is why I'm sharing this, because it's a working journey. It's a work in progress, as we all are. It works in progress. And all we can do is the best we can do in the moment with the information we've got. So that's why I like to share whatever information I can to help you guys all, so that you can feel great, so that you can thrive, so that you can really support yourself. So in my handbag, I've got my vanilla essential oil that I can smell whenever I need that calm, because vanilla's a nervine, so it's relaxing my nervous system. In my bag, I've got my herbal trinity oil, which I make, which is CBD, medicinal mushrooms and cacao, so I can take that if I need to, if I'm feeling stressed out. I've got these tools at my disposal for whenever I need them. So I'd love to hear what tools you've got. If this has been helpful to you, what you got out of it, what you're going to create in your toolkit to help you on this journey of relaxation, on this journey of realigning your frequencies. If you visit my website, juliettebryant.com, or on any social media platform, either Juliette Bryant or Juliette's Kitchen, you can find me. Let me know how you get on. You can find the products I've been talking about, most of them on my website, so do have a look there. And do check out past shows on Kinda Sound. Kinda Sound Radio is amazing, and there's been so much incredible content that's been put out over the last 3 years since it started, so do have a look at some of the past shows. There's a lot of them out there. So it's been lovely being with you. My name is Juliette Bryant, and that's me signing out for Kinda Sound Radio. Lots of love.